We're going to look at how to use Excel to efficiently do repeated calculations. And in our example, we're going to make a list of whole numbers, and then a list of even numbers, and then a list of odd numbers. But instead of going through and typing in the numbers one by one, we're going to have Excel do most of the work for us. In fact, the only number we're actually going to type in directly is the first whole number, 0. And I put that in cell A2. Now when I want Excel to just add 1 as I go down, I can click on the corner of the box where I've typed my number and I see a plus sign. If I hold down the control key, I'll see a little plus sign next to my first plus sign, and then I can click and drag, and Excel will create a list of numbers, each one higher than the one before. So we've got our whole numbers. Now to calculate the even numbers, I'm just going to double each of the whole numbers. So to do that, I'm going to click in cell B2 and I'm going to type a formula. And to tell Excel I'm going to type a formula, I'm going to start with an equal sign. And as soon as I do that, I'll see an equal sign appear up here in the formula bar as well. Now what I want the formula to do is take this number in A2, so I'm going to click in cell A2, and then I see A2 appear here and up there in the formula bar. Then I'm going to type an asterisk for times. I'm going to type a 2. So what I'm telling it to do is take the number in A2 and multiply it by 2. I'm going to push enter and I get 0, the product of the number in A2 and 2. If I click back here in the cell where I did the calculation in cell B2, the formula bar still shows me what my formula was. We see it was A2 times 2. So to repeat, we'll do the next even number. In B3, we type in equals to say we're going to do a formula. This time we want to multiply by the number in A3, so I click in cell A3, type an asterisk, multiply by 2, and then if I want, instead of clicking enter, another way to do it is to click this little check mark up by the formula bar, and I can see that the next even number is 2, and my formula is A3 times 2. Now instead of going down and typing A4 times 2, A5 times 2, A6 times 2, I'm just going to put my cursor over the corner of the box where I typed my last formula, click and drag, and the formulas are filled in below for me. And we can see, if we click on any of these, that one's A4 times 2, that one's A5 times 2, that one's A6 times 2. Alternatively, when we had the formula we'd written selected, we can put our cursor on the corner and just double click, and that also autofills the formulas down below. So as a final example, we'll calculate the odd numbers, and we can calculate the odd numbers by adding 1 to each even number. So I'm going to type a formula, so I start with equals. This time I'm going to take the number in B2 and I'm going to add 1 to it, so I type equals B2 plus 1, and when I push enter, I've got my first odd number. When I click on that first odd number, go to the corner of the box, see the cursor turn into a plus, and I can double click and it fills in the rest of the odd numbers for me. We're done.